Uju, welcome relatives, Shangwewe Kamigu Queen Indigenous. I'm Jamie Kellicott with HIR Wellness Institute, and we're here for recovery and reflections. It's Wellness Weekend, and we're going to start with a smudge. We have our smudge going. Here's some for you. It's a really windy day. It's beautiful out here. I have some of my medicines with me. I have my eagle feather with me, my tobacco, 2 of my tobacco pouches, my sweetgrass, and my sage, of course, is burning. Welcome, relatives. How are you feeling today? We are outside. It is a beautiful day. The sun is shining. The birds are singing. Can you hear them? The water has slowed down a little bit. It was rushing the last few days because of all the rain that we had. Now it's slowed down just a bit. It's a good day. Are you outside enjoying this as well? I hope so. Today we are going to take some time to reflect. We're going to reflect on a few things. And before we get started, I want to let you know who we are, who HIR Wellness Institute is. So HIR Wellness Institute, HIR stands for Healing Intergenerational Roots. We are a nonprofit who was founded and developed and brought to fruition by Leah Denny, our CEO and founder. And Leah is this amazing, spirit-filled, beautiful, beautiful woman who put all of her heart, energy, soul, spirit, her ancestors, all her prayers into this nonprofit. And here we are today. It's all come to fruition. We offer free mental health services to Indigenous populations, underserved populations, and victims of crime, especially victims of crime who have experienced sexual assault, domestic violence, and human trafficking. And today, for Wellness Weekend, what we do is spend a little time reflecting on recovery. I am in recovery myself. It has been over 5 years. It'll be 6 in October. And I like to just share some of my experiences and some of the things that I've learned along my path of healing, my journey of healing, in hopes that it's going to be helpful for you. Every time it is nice out, we come outside, and we've been really blessed because the last few weekends has been beautiful. So we have been able to enjoy nature, which is what we're going to reflect on today. Nature. I love it. The tree, it's like it's shedding. Little seeds are dropping off of it. I want to start today with our meditation. I always read from this book that I have here with me. I'll show it to you. Something that's been really helpful for me in my recovery has been Wellbriety. Have you guys ever heard of that? Wellbriety. White Bison was founded by Don Koyas. Such an amazing elder. And I just happened to come across it one day, maybe about, I want to say five-ish years ago, probably. Just happened to come across it. I was doing some research for work, and I came across videos and started looking into it, and it's been really instrumental for me personally, and so I like to share that with all of you. So today, let's read what our Elder's Meditation is. I'm going to turn the book around so you can see, or turn the camera around, I'm sorry. Here's the book I read out of. Meditations with Native American Elders, The 4 Seasons by Don Koyas. And let's go to today's May 3rd. I have learned a lot from trees, sometimes about the weather, sometimes about animals, sometimes about the Great Spirit. That was a quote by an elder walking buffalo from Stony. And it continues to read, "Nature is the greatest teacher on earth. Nature produces many different plants, animals, trees, rocks, birds, insects, and weather patterns. Nature designed all these various things to grow and multiply, while at the same time live in harmony with each other. We can learn a lot if we observe and study nature's system of harmony and balance. Today, go sit on a rock and quietly observe and ask to be shown the lessons. Great Spirit, nature is my teacher. Today, let me be the student." I think that's beautiful. Really beautiful. And that is the main reason why I love coming out here. Part of my recovery has been me coming back to nature, me coming back to my culture, learning about it. I have so much to learn. I am not there yet. I am just a student. I am a student who is learning about myself, learning how to walk my path of healing, my path of recovery, which I call walking the red road. I'm learning every single day, every day, something new about myself. It's really fitting that that is the meditation for today. We have this beautiful day to be able to just sit and listen and watch. Have you ever done that? Have you ever just sat out in nature and watched the squirrels or the birds and see what they do? How they are in balance with everything around them? It's pretty beautiful, pretty amazing. I'm going to turn my camera around so that you can see what I'm seeing and the growth, the new growth that has started to happen. Last week I was excited because I could see all these little buds coming up. And now today, since we had all this rain the last few days, you see everything really starting to open up, which is just beautiful. So how about we take a little walk? We'll walk to the water. I would like to offer tobacco to the water. I would like us to pray together. I heard today that there is 3 Oneida sisters who are struggling with some health concerns. And they need lots of prayers. So I ask you to say a special prayer for them and hold them close. It takes all of us. It takes a village. So let's do that. Let's do that together. I'm going to grab my tobacco pouch and we're going to walk to the water together. Listen to that wind. I love hearing the wind. It makes me feel like my ancestors are with me, kind of hugging me with the wind. All right, let's go see what we find on our walk. So last week, these were just buds. Look at them now, they're growing. Look at all this growth. New life. New life is starting. Isn't that beautiful? More. I think a lot of these were here last week too, but it's just beautiful to see in a week's time how much growth happens. My husband and I, Greg, are preparing to do some gardening this year with some raised beds. Has anyone ever done that? Gardening with raised beds? Let us know how that went for you. We'd love to hear about it. We're getting closer to the water. I was hoping to be able to walk through the water today, but I have to get the right boots for that. I don't have them just yet. It's kind of muddy and slushy. You see the deer tracks. This is amazing and beautiful to me, though. I love this. Absolutely love it. We're going to spend some time here. Listen to the water. Can you hear the water? I hope you can. I'm getting my tobacco ready for us, and we're going to pray. And I'd love it if you would send some of your prayers this way. We'll pray to our water, pray for our water. And I've got some tobacco for us. If you have tobacco, or however you pray, how about we do that now? I pray for the two-legged, four-legged, winged ones, plant nations, two-spirited, and all the animals, all living things, all our rocks. Pray for our ancestors. Pray for all of our relatives. Pray for their health, their safety, their well-being. Pray for our water. Our tobacco go into the water. In Ojibwe, we say nibe, that's water. I know just a little Anishinaabemowin. I'm still a student, still learning, will be for the rest of my life, as we all are, which is pretty beautiful. We're all learning. Listen to the birds. Can you hear the birds? Can you hear the water? All that nature around us. The beauty of nature. This place has been so healing for me. Anytime I'm having a really rough day, this is where I come. I come outside, I lay tobacco, I watch the water, I listen to the water. I pray to my ancestors. I feel their hugs through the wind. It's like they're wrapping their arms around me, giving me their strength. What do you do when you're having a rough day? I'd love to hear about it. This time of us talking about recovery and reflecting, this is not just for me, just to talk. This is for us to learn from each other. I learn just as much from you guys as you are learning from anything that I share. This is really pretty. It feels good too. To be able to finally be outside without a coat. There's no jacket, just a light sweater. The sun is shining. The water is moving. It's beautiful. As I was reflecting, I'm going to turn my camera around. Wanted to talk about. Something came to me about stories and how we all have one. We all have a story. And sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's hard to remember that when you're in the moment of struggling with something. If it was a hard day, if there was maybe, I don't know, a disagreement that happened, or maybe even something happened that triggered you, that made you feel, whether it was scared or feel like you wanted to go back to whatever the substance was, or it, was that you were using. In those moments, it's hard for us to remember that everyone has a story. So whatever that interaction was that we just had, if it was with another person, let's say, that just as we have our story, they have their story as well. That's been huge for me, a big lesson that I've learned as I've walked the red road, is that we all have a story, and everyone's story is sacred. It's not just me, right? It's not just the person who's walking in recovery. It's not just their story. There are so many other stories that surround us, our family, our friends, lives of people that we've touched, even people that we don't know, that we come in contact with, perhaps. Everyone has a story, and it matters. It's been a really good reminder for me for when I'm struggling to understand, like, why did that have to happen, or why was that so upsetting? And being able to have empathy for the person on the other side. Because I certainly would love it if people were able to walk with empathy when I'm coming in contact with them. And at the same time, I want to be able to have empathy for the people that I come in contact with. I don't know everyone's story, but I know that everyone has one. And it matters. It matters so much. I would love to hear about what's been really helpful for you when you're having a hard day. What's been helpful? Where do you go? What do you do? What's your go-to to get through that moment? We all have them. Sometimes it's hard to recognize what that is, and that's okay. I want to remind you guys that it's okay. It's okay to not know. It's okay to be unsure. And if you are having moments like that where you're unsure about something, I would recommend just sitting with that I've had some really great people in my circle who have taught me how to just sit. Just sit with uncomfortableness. Just sit with good feelings. Sit with it and think about it. Journal about it. I know I've mentioned journal many times, and I mention it over and over again because I really believe in it. I believe in the power of writing. I believe in the power of using our art, our crafts, our gifts, whatever those are. I also believe in the power of just sitting with something and thinking about it, pondering it for a little bit, praying about it, and letting it go. I believe in that as well. This place out here that I'm walking around in has been a place for me to do that. For me to just stand or sit or lean up against the tree, touch the tree, talk to the tree. This has been a place for me to be able to sit with things, to think about them, and to let them go. I pray about a lot of stuff out here. I've cried out here. It's been part of my journey of being able to release things, let them go, and to keep moving forward. I would love for us to go back and have a seat and just kind of listen. Listen to whatever nature is going to offer us at that moment. I can hear the trees as the wind is blowing, and they're kind of creaking, moving around. We have some creaky trees in here. And I can hear some of the birds chirping, singing us their beautiful songs. Around here we get a lot of cardinals. And let's see, we have goldfinches. We have robins, of course. And we have, I feel like there's, chickadees. We have those too. And there's grackles. They're these bigger birds that I don't know much about them, but they seem to be kind of pesty. And they seem to scare off and eat a lot of the food for the smaller birds. But again, everything takes balance, just like going back to our original meditation. If we just sit and watch nature, everything takes balance. And we will learn a lot if we just sit and watch, sit and listen. I'd like to turn my camera around so you can see the water and all the beautiful new life that's growing. And I'd like us to just sit, just for maybe a minute, and just listen. So maybe watch, or even close your eyes and turn your sound up as high as it can go so you can hear whatever is chirping in the background. Right now I hear somebody mowing their lawn, which is a good sign. That means that we have nice weather, things are growing, and people are getting outdoors, doing good things. All right, I'm going to turn it around, and then we're just going to sit for about a minute, okay? While you're sitting, just listen. Notice your breath. How was that, everybody? Did you get a good minute in of listening? Just hearing the sounds around us? I enjoyed that. Miigwech for doing that with me. And I want to say a shout out to a couple people. I don't always see who's on, so I apologize if I miss you guys, but I saw Leah. Who's you, Leah? Everyone, Leah, that's who I mentioned earlier. That's our CEO and founder. Just an amazing, beautiful woman. So miigwech for being here with us, Leah. Say hi to her, drop her a comment. And I saw Donna. Who's you, Donna? I miss you. It's been a really long time since I've seen you in person. Sending you my love. So I want to mention before we get close to wrapping up, I thought I would tell you one more thing about something that's been really helpful for me. I talked earlier about my culture and connecting with who I am, who my spirit is. And one of those things that have been helpful for me are the 7 grandfather teachings. That's what they're called. And I really work hard to live my life by these teachings. And I will share those with you right now. And in fact, I'll show you this little printout that I have. It's nothing fancy. I don't do a lot of fancy, but it's helpful for me. And it's just a printout, but I have multiple printouts, and I keep it in my office. I keep it in my bedroom, not my bedroom, our bedroom. I keep it in our kitchen. I have them all over the place. And so this is one of the things that is helpful for me. So if I can see that, when I look at those words, that really is a great reminder for me. So we have Nibwakawin, wisdom. To cherish knowledge is to know wisdom. Zagidawin, love. To know peace is to know love. Menadendamoin, respect. To honor all creation is to have respect. Akodewin, bravery. Bravery is to face the foe with integrity. Gwayakwa Dizuin, honesty. Honesty in facing a situation is to be brave. Daba Dendizuin, humility. Humility is to know yourself as a sacred part of creation. Debwewin, truth. Truth is to know all of these things. So this is something that's really been powerful for me. Powerful in my life, powerful as I walk the red road. I just wanted to share that with you. I think they're beautiful teachings. And anytime that I can share, I do. So miigwech for hearing those and listening. I'd like to close today with another positive quote. I guess we started with a meditation. Oh, before I do that though, I have a number that I want to share with you all. We're here, right? We're here for recovery and reflections. And sometimes we have a moment where we're struggling, and that's okay. I want you to know that is perfectly okay. And HIR Wellness Institute has resources. This is our CARES warm line, 414-748-2592. We have these other 3 numbers that you can call or text as well. And we will get back to you within 24 hours, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. Please write that number down. If you do have something that you're struggling with, you just need a little extra support, we are here for you. I want you to know that. I want you to hear that. We are here for you. And it's okay if you're not doing okay. It's okay. There's people out there that will help. I'm so glad that you spent a little time out of your Sunday to be here as we talk recovery and reflections. I would like to encourage all of you to start a journal. If you haven't started that already, start one. Start writing your thoughts down. Whatever it is, don't hold back. Just write them out. Write them down. Let it out. It's really healing and helpful and powerful. And as we get ready to close for today, I'm going to find another positive quote. Let's see what we have here. I cannot believe it's already May. That is an interesting thing to me. Time goes by really fast. Let's see here. May. Okay. May 3rd. I have another, I'll show you this book. What I'm reading out of right now. The Daily Book of Positive Quotations by Linda Cohn. Alright. May 3rd says, from failure to success. Success. That's a good, interesting topic. Everyone has a different idea of success, right? But let's see what this says. Success is the ability to go from one failure to another with no loss of enthusiasm. That was Sir Winston Churchill. How quickly we can get discouraged. We try something once, it doesn't work, and we give up. If Thomas Edison had acted this way, we might not have had the light bulb until many years later. If the Wright brothers had given up after a crash or two, plane travel might have been delayed by years. Instead, Edison and the Wright brothers and countless other innovators throughout history persisted through their failures until they finally succeeded. I don't succeed at everything I try, and that's okay. What's important is that I keep trying. I like that. That's absolutely true. I believe that. I also believe that it's necessary to fail. That's how we learn. That's how we learn. We aren't born knowing everything. We're on this journey ultimately for a short while, if we really look at it in the grand scheme of life. And we do the best that we can. I believe that you're doing the best that you can. And if you feel like you can do better, that's okay. You can work towards that. Every day is a new day. Every day is a new opportunity to try something new, to try something different, to try it in another way. And I wish you all the best. I wish you a really wonderful week. I wish you an amazing Sunday. Enjoy this weather. And miigwech for being here, spending some time for Wellness Weekend, talking recovery and reflections. I hope you all have a great, great day, a great afternoon. I'm sending you lots of love. Miigwech, Gigawabaman. I'll see you next time.